Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Now for real, I have no idea what time it is where you are. So here we are, ready to do some practically stretches because that's what I need to do today. So flexibility training is part of the exercise trainings that we need. So here we are, just bending with support on our legs. And we're gonna be taking turns with your feet pointing up. You may not think this is a lot, but this is really a lot. So, bending knees and extending. I heard one time somebody say, how do you train for a marathon? You run. How do you train for gymnastics? Well, you do gymnastics. How do you train for ballet? You know what? Ballerinas don't run. You do ballet. So anyway, so here I am, a fitness instructor. I feel really good. Just bend your back and extend. Who got super tired yesterday from walking. Why? Because I don't walk. I mean, I do walk. Just to get to the university and back twice a day and my classes and everything. And I do walk. Here we're stretching this part of your leg and feet. So pressing the feet under. Oh man, that feels so good. I did run a few marathons, and when I did those, the tibialis anterior gets so tight, and then you get what's called shin splints, and it hurts. And one of the best things to do for that is like massage the muscles in the front, and I try to separate them from the bone, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I did not get shin splints from walking so much. I mean, picture walking from 8 in the morning until 7:30 p.m. all day in your feet. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not used to doing that. All right, feet to the front. It's just a little stretch on the legs. Okay, another thing that happens to a lot of athletes, and it happened to me a long time ago, it's called plantar fascialis. It's the ligament that goes under your foot, kind of wraps around to the Achilles tendon, and that one gets really tight, and what hurts is your heels. Well, I was experiencing a little bit of that last night when I got back home. So I thought, well, I want to stretch. So I stretched my calves because stretching the gastrocnemius muscles is good for that, because that's what happens. Everything up here gets tight. So point and flex. Listen, anything that you do is good. Right here, muscle, straight legs, point and flex. I already feel the heat. Okay, this is my lovely hairdo today because I can't find my scrunchie. And my hair looks like Einstein. I guess it's okay since I'm in Austria. All right, so here we are. After we've stretched that a bit, I'm gonna lay down and arm circles. Remember to breathe. Other way. Hands by your hips and above Scapula. That feels so good. Sink your belly. That at first doesn't feel good. And bring it back. You know, all the people that work standing up should do Pilates. All right, curve your back. Big space between the mat and you on the carpet and me. And then push it down. We're gonna do about 4 of these. Breathe in. And exhale, push it down. I went to a market yesterday. I walked almost the whole market and then I went, okay, why am I so dumb? I don't have any cash. I can't buy any of this good stuff here. So I got out of it and tried to find a bank. It led me to a place, there was no ATM machine there. Then I saw these Americans, they were trying to find the market. They're like, where is it, where is it? So I went and I talked to them. I said, are you looking for the market? They go, yes. And I said, it's right there. And they go, where? I said, I know. You have to go around that little thing and it's right there. It's just that this thing is covering it. And they're like, oh, so thankful. And I said, by the way, do you know where the empty ATM machine is? And they said, oh, there's one in our hotel. I'm going, where's your hotel? It was 2.5 blocks away, but those blocks are huge. So it took me 5 minutes to walk over there and then 5 minutes to walk back, but then I had money. I bought me a Vienna sausage, like 100 and 100. For breakfast, lunch. Just because I had to, I mean, where else are you gonna buy a Vienna sausage if it's not in a street market? I mean, lots of restaurants sells them. And then I bought some nuts, different kinds. Some had sesame seeds in them, so that I'm going, oh, these are good. And then I bought baklava. I should not have bought baklava, but you know what? It's original baklava because the people making it are people from over there. So it was amazing. I didn't need a whole thing. No, I tasted. I bought like 4 different kinds: chocolate, pistachio, walnut, and coconut. The coconut tastes just like pieces of coconut there. It's so good. All right, bring it down. Without lifting the head, we're just going to go one way and then the other way. And one way and the other way. Center. Tuck the chin in without lifting the head. Super hard. And that stretches your neck area in a real interesting way. All right. Tuck your back, lower back down. And lift your head. And if you want to do both legs together, do both legs together. If you want to do one leg and then the other one. If this is too hard, do it the other way. Like one leg up and then the other leg. All right? So you choose how you want to work these. I'm going to do a few of each. I'm going to do a few of both legs. bend the knees, relax your upper body, and open your arms. Curve and reach down. And curve and reach down. Everything is so expensive here. Water is like $5 for 1 little bottle of water. They told us you can drink the tap water. Really? So I've been drinking tap water, but it's like, ew, I hope I don't get sick. All right. One leg in, and then the other leg in. In, and in. In, and in. In, and in. I'm gonna do a few with the legs just right here. Together and out. Together and out. Hey, if you can only do one, that's okay. Do one, rest, then do another one and rest. Important, try to keep your back neutral. Don't allow it to go too archy. Don't necessarily push it down either. It's a neutral spine. But pushing down is better than arching. Lift the head to engage the abs at the top. Exhale on the way in. Last one. All right, bring the legs down. Open one knee to the floor and let it rest. And switch side and let it rest. All right. We're gonna skip the single ones, but we're gonna do single leg to oblique. So just lifting the shoulder off the floor in a diagonal way. If you want to keep your legs down on the floor, you can do that. This is another variation. The other one is putting your leg on the other leg and lifting. All right, switch leg. Gonna start the way I started, leg in and out. You choose your ways, okay? Many different ways in which you can choose to do your exercise. And then eventually you can do the whole sets with just one way. It's boring. Just one way can be boring. And the last one's with the leg out. And then I'm going to show you, this is the way. 2 more with each leg. Last one. All right, bring it down. Drop one knees to one side without forcing it. Just feel the stretch on that side. Other way. And then, you know, being on an airplane for so many hours, and then practically just going walking from there. My hips were feeling it. It's like, hey, you're not used to doing this, so stop it. All right. So here we are. Articulated reaches. Before we lift all the way, we're going to just barely lift the tailbone, not flat, just the tailbone. All the other bones are on the mat. And then lower it one at a time, slowly. Do it again. Only the tailbone. You should feel the buttocks engaged, the legs engaged, the belly engaged. And roll it down. This time we're gonna go a little higher. Okay, butt off the floor, but your back is still on the mat. All the way to about the waist. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, one back one at a time. And bring it up. Just halfway there. Take it down. Alright, we're gonna bring it all the way up. All the way to the shoulders. Sink the belly, breathe. Feel the ribs expand to the sides. And then bring it down, because it's giving room to your lungs to expand. One more like that. Breathe. Next exhale, bring it down. All right. On one side, clamps. Just open and close. I'll turn a little bit this way. All right. So just open and close. Squeeze the legs. There was no Pilates back then. And all these castles I've been visiting. I wonder what they did for exercise. Did they really just walk really slow? I'm thinking they did something, because even the women went hunting. They had their outfits to go hunting. But they rode their horses sideways, you know? And I'm telling you, they had to be in really good shape to be able to do that. Their abs had to be strong. So I wonder what they did. What kind of exercises they did. Throughout the history of time. One more. I'm just gonna stretch here because I feel like I need to stretch more today. Especially my heels. Alright, bring it down. A little bit of the medius there. Feels like the hip, but it's the medius muscle on the glutes. Flex your foot. And some rainbows front and back. Touching in the back is hard, I know. So if you feel like your back is arching, don't let it be negative. Say no. Niet. 9. Alright, good job. Up and down. Why not? Alright, back on our back. One knee's bent. Other leg up in the air. Circles. I hope these angles are not too annoying to you, but in all honesty, you don't have to be looking at it the whole time. Unless you're just looking at the video and not doing it. I do that a lot. I watch a lot of people exercise and I don't do it with them. Just get ideas of usually what not to do. Alright. Other leg. Circles one way. So many I go, ooh, no, ooh, no, don't do that, ooh. Others I go, I don't think I can do that. That looks cool. Others I go, oh yeah, I used to do that. I don't think I can anymore. Why? I'm not gonna put myself in danger. Like a lot of the gymnastics things or inversion things. I used to be able to do a lot of those things. All right, guess what? Have to do the other leg. So, to do that. How many people have been walking on this carpet? Yeah. Well, I didn't carry a mat with me. See my Einstein hair? Tomorrow we go to Salzburg. So you guys are gonna be exercising from Salzburg. I mean, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I will eventually put some pictures there. Feet off the floor. This is a trip of a lifetime. I've been wanting to come to these areas since I was little. Germany was always the place I chose as a stop game that we used to play. It's not Germany, I know, it's Austria, but very close. And like a friend said, you've seen one castle, you've seen them all. That's not true, they're all different. Alright, over there. I had the opportunity to go to Versailles and it was amazing. And then there's another castle like it. However, Neuschwanstein is in my bucket list. Maybe next time we'll go to that one. Alright. How am I going to do rainbows? All the way. That's probably the only way. You do them small, okay? The neck here gets on my way. Alright, legs up and down. Alright, so time to do some back extensions. I got a towel because I don't want to put my face on the floor. Okay, which way? Which way can you see better? I don't know. The lighting sucks, I know. But no excuses. Exercise even with bad lighting. Okay. All right. So here we are. Lying down. Hands on the sides. And then just lift and lower. Did I tell you? I think I told you in a previous video. My mom had a very small living room. I just fit a little table in the middle. One of those rolling tables. We just move it out of the way. We put 2 mats. 2, not 1, 2 mats. And my friend and I exercised there. We did Pilates. Right there. All we needed was the width of the mat. That's all the space you need. You need a fancy studio. You don't need anything. It's too cold outside. Otherwise, I'll probably be doing it outside. It's probably 30 degrees outside. -2 centigrados. The first night that I came in and I stretched, I couldn't do anything, I'm telling you. Everything was shut down. It's like, what? You want to move like that? No. I couldn't do this. My back was so used to sitting slouching. It took me a while to get the curve of my back working again. So I can't imagine people who don't exercise, they travel and then they never feel anything. I don't know. This feels so good at first and then, oh, it doesn't anymore. With your exhale, switch to all fours. Here we are, all 4. Cow, looking up, and then cat. Cow. Tap the toes, downward dog, lift. Walk your dog, so moving your feet, taking turns to stretch. Those heels we talked about at the beginning. Reach. Stretching those twins in the back of your leg. The twin muscles. And bring it down. One of the kids at the university, I'm not gonna tell you who, because of his privacy, went to a national competition of powerlifting. And he said as he lifted, his belt broke, came undone, something happened to his belt. The weight fell on his head. And so he has a very injured knee, and he had a, what is it called? Commotion? No. Let me just let my mind. Cats and cat. Let me feel good. That's why I go, I don't know. Exercise smart, people. We don't need to live very heavy weight. Who do we have to prove that we can live very heavy weight? No one. Just be strong. Alright, 1 foot in front. If this is all you can do, that's fine. If that's what you can do, that's fine. Some people get it all the way here. That's too much flexibility on the knee. If you have it, do it. If you don't, that's okay. I have this here to put my face down. This is a pigeon pose in yoga. You're gonna stay here for a little while, so breathe. You can rock side to side. Anything that feels super good on the butt area, on your lower back. Relax the shoulder blades and relax your face. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. See how nice that is? Anybody who suffers sciatic nerve pain, this is it. All the releases on your back to unleash that nerve that may have gotten stuck there somewhere. And then this stretch on the buttocks area. All right, on your leg. Relax your elbows, your shoulder blades, everything. Breathe in, exhale, come up. All right. Legs to the front. You can grab farther now because we're all stretching nice now. Open your legs a little bit. This stretches the inner thighs. We didn't work the inner thighs very much, but it's always a good idea to stretch those. Choose your right leg or left. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna do both anyway. How you feel? Put it in your comments. I want to hear from you guys. I'm curious to know who's following my videos. Because all I want with this is to get people in a routine. I don't know, to maybe look forward. Oh, there's class. Oh, there's a new video. I'll watch it. I want to know what she's up to. Pilates is Pilates is Pilates. A bicep is a bicep is a bicep. We have to do them. We don't go to the market with a thing for all of our fruits carrying it. We don't have little kids that we're lifting up and down all the time anymore. Well, some of you may, but I don't, and some of you may not. So those were our shoulders back then and our biceps back then. But again, how did they do triceps? Exercise is important. Bring the feet in, or this is an amazing release for the hip area exercise. All right, since we have a little time, because who cares what time it is? We're exercising. I don't have a time to get out of here. I get out of here. I don't have Christmas trees turning on to tell me it's time to stop the video. So I'm gonna show you 3 different ways in which I like to stretch at the end of some workouts. We're gonna do all 3 of them. Ready? I'm gonna be a little sideways here. All right. So the first one is when you come on a pretzel one. Relax your head. And then you take it to the floor and to the side. Try and keep the shoulders down. This shoulder kind of lifted. That's okay. And then once you're there, relax. This is a nice way to release tension. Come back to center. Switch neck, because we have to do both sides. We're just not holding them very much. This leg you push in. I usually stand on that side and push the leg to my students. And they go, ah, 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 ah. It feels so good. It hurts so good. Anyway, take it down and cross. And relax. All right, so that's one way. With your exhale, bring it back. I always use exhale for movement. I don't know if you'll notice that. All right, that's one type. Another one is with both knees on tabletop, and then you just send your legs to one side. And then the other side. Slightly different than the other one we did. All right, another different one. So you're right here with your feet on the floor. And you take the knees down. And then you push the hip up. So you have a line here. And you're stretching the hip flexor in the front. And the psoas gets a really nice stretch inside too. I don't know if you're familiar with acupressure, but I did all kinds of points of acupressure around here the other night, because after being in the plane, everything hurt. All right, other way. I guess I'm not used to being in mobile for 16 hours, or whatever that time was. And then push the hip up. Stretching the hip flexor, psoas. All right, so those are 3 different ways to stretch things around there. And then the last one, my favorite too. I have too many favorites. Just relax there. A few breaths. Semi-awkward by the silence, it happens. And then little by little, stretch your legs and breathe. A little more, leaving the knees open. A little more. A little more. All the way, extend the knees. Alright, position your feet so the heels are down, the toes are up, and then relax. If you did not move your shoulders or your pelvis and all you did was straight your legs, you can feel how your spine is being stretched in a really nice, natural way. Nobody's doing it for you, you're doing it yourself, so you're not gonna get hurt. Yeah, no. This feels so good. All right, if you need to turn to the side to come up. Look at my hair. No inhibitions here. Who cares? Who cares what we look like? It's how we feel. And I feel like one of those Ed Sheeran songs. Amazing. I feel amazing. Good job, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Be happy, be good, and behave.